You're back. Glad to see you made it out of there alive. We felt the earth shake when you hadn't returned. But no matter. Our town is forever in your debt. Please, take this. It's not much, after all you've done, but we would like you to have it. The healer's work is never easy, but thanks to you, she won't have to stand by and watch the sick suffer. The boggarts will always trouble Dyden Hill. As long as we can keep a supply of Plague Shield, we'll survive this malady. Disgusting little fey vermin. We're all glad to be rid of them. More ruins beneath the caverns, you say? I wonder who was there before the boggarts moved in. Well, we've weathered this storm. Pray Mitharu we weather the next. I hope that's the last I see of those brutes in Dyden Hill. Or anywhere, for that matter. The town gets healthier by the day, now that those little beasts are back in their den. Dead, I'm afraid. Got the blood plague and wouldn't rest. I feel for his brother and sister. St. Hadwin's. It's north of here, through the woods. Until later, then.
Well, up north in the mission.
Nice to see you, my child. I hope all is going well for you this day. I have a request. A selfish one, but if you have any spare time? Well, it's Brother Padrick. He's a friend of mine. He left about a year's time ago in search of adventure. Said the monk's life was too bland for his tastes. He mentioned hearing about a treasure only found through a hidden exit from Split Rock Depths, that he might find it if he camped in Haxie for a bit. But such a long time has passed and no word from him. I'm terribly worried, and I thought you might... well, you could check up on him for me? Mitharu's blessings upon you, child. Bless you. Thank you so much. My mind is already at ease knowing you would take on this charge. If it helps, I would begin your search at Split Rock Depths. It is the only place he had mentioned by name. Towards Haxie and into Split Rock Depths. Begin your search for him there. I came to St. Edric's to find peace. Peace and a place to study. It's quite scenic, and nature's beauty has always helped me think better. Puts my mind at ease. He was always looking for more adventure than St. Edric's could offer him. This made him an ambitious man. When he spoke of traveling and seeing more of these lands, there was always a sparkle in his eye. The man was such a dear friend. He even asked me to go with him. I hold no such ambitions for myself. A dense and magical forest, home of the travelers' camp, and a place to find lodging or goods if you have need of it. They are a system of caves running through Haxie, said to have a hidden exit that holds a treasure on its cliff, if it can be found, that is. So much of the world around us is made of things we can look at, but never see. St. Edric's wants to show us a way to see those things, the meanings in them that go far deeper than their facade. From what I hear, it may be home to some of the best thieves around. I'm probably not the most worldly man, but I know enough to be on alert when I pass their camp. Good day.
Hello, child. Nice to see a new face about. Please, stay. Enjoy the gifts of our benevolent Mitharu. 5 years in the swamps of Cluricon was enough to rid me of my lust for war. I was an impetuous youth, raised by the back of my father's right hand. But I found home here with the others. All we seek is a sliver of peace in this vast world. I know only what I've seen from this hill. The Fae are a wild race, inspired by the intimacy with the natural world. We at the mission marvel at this relationship. Occasionally Father Eter would play host to a visiting summer court Fae, but I know nothing of the meetings, except that many of the brothers frowned upon them. I'll admit that the Eastern lands are beautiful in their own way. Like Dalentarth, the forests and swamps are ruled by Fae folk, but a far more sinister variety. Pluricon should be seen, but I advise that you wait until after the war passes before you pay your ship's passage. The Authority is the one true father to all humankind. It is by his grace and order that we are able to survive the trials of this world. He tests us in all that we do. Our goal, as set forth by St. Edric, is to find the order in nature, in every blade of grass and curling leaf. For these designs are the Authority's most beguiling. This mission was established 20 years ago. The gardens and fauna pens were Father Eter's idea. He marveled at Mitharu's gifts, the magic in the world around us. Goodbye.
The bones of our blessed St. Edric rest near the shrine by the gardens. It is sacred
Good day to you. Welcome to St. Edric's. There is magic everywhere, child. You need only to look and you will see it. I have been training an apprentice, Brother Wolf, in these things as well. One who studies under me can learn a great deal. He and I have been working to locate new and interesting crystals that may be of use in our alchemical experiments. I expect Brother Wolf is working diligently, and when he returns, I will accompany him on another expedition down into the Mission Well. He is from the House of Ballads, also known as the Storyteller, but that is only to his own people. Few mortals know the way of the Fae, but it would do us all good to emulate their respect for nature. The members of the House of Ballads keep the great legends of its heroes alive through song. It is one of the most revered houses, established centuries back. Mitharu's blessings upon you, then.
you're looking for Brother Wolf or Brother Holt,
Come, rest a spell.
Welcome to our haven in the She. I am Citric Vorm. My brother Arhaus and I give assistance to any wayfarer that may need it. You look a lot more hearty than the sort we typically get here. You might be able to help me. We've had several visitors from Detir tell us that they were savagely ambushed by brownies. Unusual. Brownies of the She are not that aggressive. They mostly keep to themselves and only attack when approached. If there is indeed a group of brownies ambushing travelers, then those monsters need to be taken care of. Good. I'll see that you are rewarded for your efforts. I still have trouble believing those brownies would be so aggressive. Most unusual. If there are indeed a group of brownies attacking people, then you must put a stop to it. Follow the trail to Detir. It is in the southern She. Find the brownies, get rid of them. We lost our parents when I was young, and since then, he's always looked out for me. When he went to sea, I followed him. When he settled here, I did the same. It's a barren desert full of greedy miners and vicious bandits. Arhaus and I did our best to avoid it when we traveled here, and I'd suggest you do the same. My brother hired him, although I don't know why. Whenever there's work to do, Gunnar seems to disappear. We do allow strangers to stay here from time to time, though for a small fee. Would you like to rent a room? Let me know if you change your mind. It can be pretty exhausting out there in the She. Me? I don't have much to tell. I followed my brother to sea after our parents died. I enjoyed being on the ship. There was a solace there. But the ports, I cared little for the crowds. I know Arhaus misses the ocean, but I love the solitude of the forest. A dangerous place, to be sure, but I find its dark depths peaceful. The solitude a welcome change over the bustling ports of Rathir. But it's not without its lighter side. Just the other day, I saw Arhaus go sprinting by with a brownie attached firmly to his arse. I've never laughed so hard. Good hunting.
Welcome to our lodge. Surprised you made it out here by yourself. The She is a dangerous place. Lucas Soren, the poor soul in the next room. She did not fare so well. She was attacked by a thresh. Normally a fatal encounter in and of itself. Barely managed to make it here before passing out. That wasn't enough. She's had a rare reaction to the thresh's usually benign venom. Only thing that will save her is a rare plant found in the She. But I cannot venture out to get one. I tried, but the forest is not like the sea. I got turned around so many times it felt like the trees were dancing around me. It's just too far into the She. I could not make it. You will? Well, if you manage to bring me one, I'll reward you with what I can. I've heard that searstalk grow near flowing, misting water, so you might try following the river north. I thought I heard the roar of waterfalls when I once wandered up there, but I didn't go far enough to find out. The She, you know? I shall see you later. How are you faring in the She? Seerstalk are supposed to grow near flowing, misting water. Follow the river to the northern She. I'm sure I've heard waterfalls in the distance. The Worms have always been traders. I took to the sea early in my life. I always knew I was going to captain my own ship. But fate has its way with you at times. After Rathir, I needed to get as far away from the sea as I could. I do miss the ocean, but I've come to realize that there are other joys in life. Gunnar showed up one day begging for help. Said he was a poor miner from Tatir who lost his job when his mine shut down. Not sure I believe him, though. Hired him more out of pity than anything. I'm not sure he can actually do anything useful. She managed to tell me her name before passing out. That and a thresh had attacked her. I tried to help her as best I could, even gave her my room to recover in. But nothing has helped. I'm afraid it's only a matter of time. The great Gokkelfar city in eastern Erethel. A great port with many a profit to be found. We must have sailed in and out of there more than any other port in the continent. But war has changed Rathir. They're not as friendly as they used to be. My younger brother, after I went to sea, he couldn't wait to join me. Our parents wouldn't let him, said he was too young. But after they died, the sea was the only place for him to go. After the trouble in Rathir, I told him he didn't have to come with me, but he insisted that families stick together. This forest has been trying to kill me ever since we got here. If it's not boggarts springing out of the bushes, it's brownies trying to take a bite out of my arse. I tell you, I much prefer the ocean. At least the things trying to eat me there are down under the water. I haven't seen one myself, but I've heard they're dangerous things. Demented trees with branches sharp as razors. Normally they're surrounded by boggarts, so if you see any of those, keep your eyes open. The thresh may not be far behind. I shall see you later.
Please, make the pain stop.
do you need today? Goodbye. What do you need today? Come see me again.
What do you need? I'll be here. Hello there. Don't start any trouble.
Yes?
Ain't no worries in Star Camp. Living free in the world with no master, save the Hierophant. But we make do. Trilgaren's toothsome, eh? For a Fae, I mean. Maybe I've been in the woods a bit too long. Place dedicated to the worship of Mitharu. The missionaries keep a peaceful life, but they've a few tensions boiling over there. These woods can be hard on us mortals, with the Fae trickery and like. I think we've managed a well bit for ourselves, however. The Travelers are the way life should be for a bloke in these lands. Don't need a war to care about, or a bed to cry in. Go already. Items of all sorts.
Need an answer or a rumor? You've done well to come to a Alayan dark. I hold on to whispers and secrets in case they're needed. Now come, fellow traveler. Ain't much like a bit of gossip to soothe the tongue, isn't it? Odd one, that Krilgaren. Then again, never met a sensible Fae. See, the thing is, she knows the paths and secrets of these woods like, well, a Fae. And I'm glad she's running things here for that. It is a quiet little bend of wood. Isn't much in the way of cities out here in Dalantarth, so we make do with what hamlets we come across. The Hierophant's eyes see for all the travelers, and the Hierophant's words speak for all the travelers. There's other rumors of late, though, but the Hierophant's eyes can't see so well, and the words aren't true any longer. We go from place to place, such as it pleases us. Do some trade and tinkering too, if there's call for it. We're much loved by the common folk, so it's said. But love and trust are two different things. Can't stay in one place long. Keep to the shop. Need an answer or a room? Now come, fellow traveler. May the ground be soft, and your steps silent.
You have come.
What prays before me? An eddy in the river of fate, a cacophony in the song of Amalur. Your presence is unnerving, but you have come and prayed, and honored our creeds. You wish to make yourself a traveler? Then ask me for my portents. For true trust, for true compliance, the Hierophant must have no weakness, nor fault, nor lapse. In other words, the Hierophant must be no one. And yet you are here, and yet you are listening. And like many, you decree commands, but you still willingly take them. You will steal the following: the medallion from the noble Elfwig Grilrakas in Dyden Hill, and the burial pall of St. Edric from his tomb in St. Edric's Mission. Lastly, you must steal Drog's toothpicks, a pair of daggers in the possession of Gunnar Frode of the She. Then and only then may you be a traveler. It is the rather valuable bauble of an old noble family. Rather mundane, but worth much coin to us. The daggers used by the fabled Jotun Warmaster Draug, though they were not his weapons, as the name suggests. The daggers used by the fabled Jotun War... It is the burial shroud of St. Edric. There are many collectors of relics who hunger for these artifacts, and pay dearly for them. Not yet. Elfwig Grilrakas is a fastidious man. He will not suffer any undue approach. The pall of Edric lies in his tomb, which is under many eyes. Wait until none are near before you claim it. At last, Gunnar Frode. He is a shifty man. He will not have the daggers on him or near him. Be warned. Now, you are dismissed.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy? If you need another trade, then come see the
Yeah? What's a wanderer like you want, cutting tongues with me? Ain't no merchant, Burke. She may not understand everything about us, but she watches over everyone in camp. Star Camp is lucky to have her. Life under the stars, warm nights. A man could do worse. And we're close to civilization, if we need be. We're the ones that survive everything. Stragglers and beggars. Be it war, unrest, or famine. It pays to live on your feet. Pleasant travels, Burke.
hear that a Graven is looking for someone to help him with the job. I hear that a Graven ain't no finer place in all...
So Brother Fallon is dead? And I thought things were bad as they could get. This means Astrid will run out of plague shields sooner or later. I'm able to supply it. The village has not always been kind to me, but never mind that. This will be my olive branch. So, you know that louse, do you? I've known him for quite some time now, before fate weaving was dreary business. Good old Agarth. He warned me what too much truth can do. I wish I'd listened closer. He was a good man and a friend. He was kind after the village shut their doors to me, and taught me much of what I know. It's the strangest thing. The cards were hers last, so I glimpsed her fate when I took them from you. And that fate is not what it was. She will die of old age. Somehow that's changed. Sadly, I have not been welcome across the lake for a long time. When I first arrived here, I gave fortunes to several villagers. The fates were not happy ones. Of course, until I drew their cards, I had no idea. They blamed me and cut off ties. It's not witchcraft like the townsfolk believe. It's simply reading the threads of fate, and some people can't come to terms with it. Farewell.
Tracking you for some time. Enadon keeps you strong, but I am stronger. Delph and Ugnar will perish. 2 lives for one. It is the blood right, and I will be free of it at last. Give me Delph's dagger, and you may find mercy in Enadon. True, but I know him. And he will not rest until one of us is satisfied the blood right. 2 must die, so 1 will live. I intend to be the one to live. Excellent. Enadon's justice will be done.
The story of two valiant souls I bring. Of the lords named Ermer and Creth I sing. Two hearts united against common foes. The thoughts in mind of one, the other knows. Lord Creth of Fey Knights most stoic and brave. Lord Ermer's knight hand and shadow, the brave. And genteel Ermer, his equal in might, the dawn to Creth's dusk, the day to his night. Here's the tale of how they stopped patrol. The Maid of Windermere misled his soul.
Hello.
May I help you? Be careful out there.
Welcome to Gorehart.
What is it? I cannot emphasize the importance of what you farewell.
For that demon!
I knew neither of them would face me himself. Who sent you? Was it Delph? Agnar? Dangerous, yes, but narrow as a blade. That one couldn't see beyond the realm of his precious Enodon. He suffers for it. They are my sons and brothers, a vast family with one goal in this short life. To punish the weak and initiate the strong. Soon, all of Amalur will see red. His betrayal was the coldest. I dragged that boy from the depths of a Mergen nest, and then raised him as my own. It's a shame his spine leaked out of him. So, you're here on behalf of Delph, that traitorous sow. I gather you're here to send a message as well. Let me guess. Blood has been paid for his crimes. What Delph doesn't realize is that the blood right is a privilege of the Red Legion, and he lost that privilege when he betrayed us. The choice is yours, stranger. Throw your lot in with the monk and his coward god, or work for me. At least I will pay you for your trouble. Don't tell me you're as thick as your friend Delph. I require his death. Either you can do it, or I will send another. It's your choice. Unwise. Some of us are richer than kings. If you're not with us, you're against us. The Red Legion drinks the blood of its enemies.
Stay indoors after sundown.
Never surrender. Thank Mitharu you are here. Without the father, I would not have a place at the mission. He took it on faith that Mitharu has a larger plan for us. For me. It is my home. Once Father Dinwell relented, the brothers had no choice but to accept me into their family. It takes time to change the world.
It's done? I don't know how I feel. It's like the end of a long nightmare. How can I ever thank you? I took up a collection around the mission. I lied and said it was for charity, but you understand. The others can never know. Thank you. See you soon.
Okay. Alright, so just like last time, I'm gonna read these books because the lore, um, and then I'll add them to my junk so I can free up some inventory space. So, let us begin this reading Famed Mages. Oh, this is a long one. Famed Mages of the Scholia Arcana, Part 1, The Early Years. Though the philosophy of the Scholia, I'm butchering these words, Arcania demands its adherents to sacrifice any form of personal gain for the sake of advancing the study of magic. There are not a few moments in history where extremely talented or notorious mages of the order have secured a position in the collective memory of Amalur. It goes without saying that the founding members, Eldon Bloodgood, Marius Torix, and Eleanor Bria, are among the number, but there are yet others who, in their own way, have heralded themselves into the annals of legend. Where better to start than with Everin the Bernheart? During the early years of the Order, our ranks were dominated by the Afar, whose affinities for magic seemed limitless. Very rarely did we have humans, save of course the founding members. Excuse me, the founding members who had the magical capacity to withstand the rigors of initiation. When Everin, a small, almost sickly Almain, appeared in Rathir, it seemed the only way he would have gained admission into the Scalia, or whatever, was the pity of his examiners. Not so, it was found, for within minutes of his arrival he demonstrated for us an application of fire magic that had never been witnessed before. It was almost as if he pulled a star from the sky and slammed it into the earth with meteoric force. The plants and soil that had once been there had been turned to glass, the cinders under such heat. In time, we learned that, though powerful, his skills were nearly uncontrollable, for they were innate. Eventually, we learned from his powers a new, more potent form of fire magic than was previously thought possible, and taught Everin the serenity needed to quell the raging fires within him. Then there was the siren, a traveler with no name and no stories of her past save for her knowing smile. That the Order discovered her existence is a miracle in and of itself. Allegedly, she was utilizing her comeliness uh, in a less than savory manner in a small village in the ice brine. By chance, she met an initiate of our order who, in what must have been a sudden burst of uncharacteristic indiscretion, accepted her proposal. A small song from her lips, and he realized she was using some form of magic to charm him into thinking she had earned her coin. It took him convincing, but she agreed to some sessions of tutelage with the Scalia. But to this day, we still cannot truly fathom the sing-song spells she wove with her voice. But the Scalia is remembered for its more peculiar members as well. Frumpert the Miasmic was touted as a powerful mage long before he came to our order, though none could say why. He had submitted himself to the trial of initiation, and though he passed with some success, there was much confusion as to whether his reputation was deserved. When asked, he affirmed that it was, and offered to prove it by engaging in flatulence so powerful as to propel him from the pride, Priory all the way to the Scholia Arcania courtyard. Surely not the magic we had anticipated, but from Everin to Frunberg, these great heroes have demonstrated magic's mutability in variety of forms. That had a lot of words I butchered. Next one. The Adventure 2. If you didn't hear Adventure 1, please check the other live stream. The words of Solon Rigimer as chronicled by Partholon. Good. You have all made it. Let us go then, and be assured that if anyone is to suffer, it will not be any of you. I said I will not risk your lives, and I'll hold true to that. You have honored me with your trust, and that is a bond I will not break. The details I will explain on our journey, but you know most of the tale already. The armor of Own is guarded. The hazards along the way are numerous. We will pass through the places that have doomed Fae and mortal alike, places even demons fear to tread, and we will triumph where others have fallen. Even this dawn is already a success, for you have dared to aspire to glories unknown to human or elf, or whatever they want, however they say it, and act upon them. The Adventurer, Book 3. The Words of Solon, Rengar as chronicled by Partholon. See how this house of evils treats us. See its wickedness in every crooked shadow and winding path. So, we are lost amongst it, beguiled by the strangest of lands. We are no lesser for it. We are the least still healthy and hardy. Nay, we are stronger for enduring our hardships thus far. Do not despair. It is our glory, not the greater for it. When we passed their hideous tree, we knew what was in store for us. Onwards now to victory. Compendium 1. It's a long one. Compendium of the Peoples of Amalar by Lexius the Old. Chapter 1. The Almain. Almain History. The Almain are a nation of humans whose beginnings are tied with the rise of the warlord Balforth Almir, otherwise known as Almir the Bold, or King Almir. Under his banner, the humans of the Alfar lands created a civilization and rose to prominence roughly around 177 BA, that stands for before Arcania. The nation is centered around Port Miria and the lands south and west of Dalentarth. For a complete history, please read The Rise of the Almain by Zeref Carton. Almain appearance. The Almain people vary biologically more than any other people of the Faelands, ranging from ranging from darker skinned than Doc Alman, Dakalfar, I butchered that, I know it, to as pale as Varani, and from nearly gnome height to nearly as tall as a Jotun. The majority of the Almain in the Faelands emigrated from Port Miria and are typically of the bronze-colored complexion, with brown hair and eyes. Excuse me. As immigrants, Almain clothing is usually of a simple nature, favoring basic colors and litter and little adornment. However, ceremonial and religious garb can be as ornate as that of the Alfair. Clothing is usually made from leather, furs, and fabrics such as cotton or wool. Society. Almain society is structured on order and a rigid work ethic. Codes and doctrines of regularized life can be found everywhere in Almain homelands, and settlers are no exception. The Almain people worship Mitharu more often than other deities, and laws are usually based on the teachings of the voice of the three saints Odwick, Eadric, and Hadwin. Almain traditionally followed a feudal system under King Almir's rule, and continued to do so with dogmatic distinctions between the nobles and commoners. Although there are many Almain merchants, they are not as entrepreneurial as the Varani, and serve as local suppliers more than as a class unto themselves. The Almain are considered a humble people by the Varani and xenophobic and small-minded by the Alfair. They regard the Fae with a great distrust and suspicion, as Fae are alien to the tenets of Mitharu. On to the next one. On knowing order, you yeah, read. On not fearing chaos, chapter 8. Order, said he, the authority, will bring you strength, for if you keep the teachings of Atharu, you will be just in every action, and every one of your actions will be indisputable. This for fearing the authority, you will be saved. But fear not the wickedness of the outside word, for by fearing Mitharu, you will have command over the forces that seize your strength and dim your daylight. It is they who possess no true power, who seek to be feared, the unnatural fae and the wild beasts of the wood, the godless affair of the shadow cities. These are the dark souls that wish to conquer you. But they know power, and thus should not be feared. But he in whom there is glorious power is truly to be feared, or everyone that has power ought to be feared, and he who has no power should be looked upon with disgust. Fear, therefore, the deeds of the unclean, the strange and the disorderly, the children of the chaos, for they are wicked. For, fearing the authority, you will not bask in these fires, but find relief from their terrible heat. Fear, then, Mitharu, and you will live to him. All creation fears the authority, but all creation does not keep his teachings, and thus only the righteous will know the comfort of a courageous soul. That's an interesting one. Prayer book. Saint Eodric's prayer. Mitharu, your grace has made me your vessel. Oh, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to read this one, so I'm just gonna read it up because I don't like the wording for this. So I'm just gonna leave it up, and you guys can read it. I'll give it like 60 seconds, and then we'll move on. Yeah, I'm not gonna read this one. All right, let's move on. Tales Collection 1. Dusk in a Basawin? Basawin harem. I don't know how they say that word. It was the end, then. No longer would she linger in her lewd indulgencies. The war had come and taken the men and the women from the city. So suddenly was her life empty of interest, that there was no life, no joy. Her lovers were gone or buried. No foreigners offered their dalliances. No moans accompanied her lonely dusk. And so, like so many others before her, she fled the city and traveled to the famed harem of Fogon, Hral, where every second was sheer bliss. Oh man, she like getting it on. Woo. Youthful Darlings of Depravity, Chapter 4. The girl faithfully obeyed her mistress's instructions, and her affair master was so delighted that he hastened at once to impart this good news to his friend, who begged that, since he had been concerned in the bargain, he should also partake of the pleasure. This being agreed to, and the hour being come, the all-fair master went to bed, as he supposed, with the servant. But the mistress had taken her place, and received him, not as a wife, but as a bashful and frightened Almain maid. And she played her part so well that even he never suspected anything. I cannot tell you which of the two felt the greater satisfaction. He in in the belief that he was cheating his wife, or she in the belief that she was cheating her husband. Ooh, that is an interesting fantasy they had going on there. Oh boy. Gravesite letter 2. If you didn't see letter 1, again, check the other stream. We did this already. Letter to Avery, ext to Avery. I worry about Rika. We of the fallen should we of the fallen. We of the order should not visit the village often. Father says it is a distraction, a swamp of murky morality. But I can't stay away. But excuse me. But I can't stay away. I care too much. Your widow's sorrows deepens. She has come to close her shop at odd hours, to retreat to the darkness of her upstairs bedroom. I see the glimmer you love so, but it fades. She is lonely, without your or her children. She is so delicate, so beautiful of heart. I tried to console her, but it leaves me shaken. I will continue to watch over her in your absence, dear friend. You have my word. Your brother in arms, Mason. Sounds like he likes her. Gravesite letter 3. Avery. Mitharu has made it known to me. I must leave St. Aldwig's mission in Odarth. You see, I am in love, and that love is forbidden. Not only does my order frown upon such earthly concerns, but such an act would dishonor you as well. Why, you may ask? I cannot love this woman because it is Rika. It is your wife. So, I am taking leave of the mission, abandoning my post as alms master. Perhaps one day I will return, but not in disgrace. I cannot do that to you, or to Rika, or to my master, Mitharu. Farewell, my friend and brother. Rest in good peace, soft peace. Peace without further pain. Your brother in arms forever, Mason. Well, damn. Letter to Delfric, to Ancient of War, Tyne Delfric. Tyne. I am well aware that many warsworn are called for in Chloricon, where the war still rages. I am sure you are called to send more pledge shields than you can provide, and that the honor and profit to be gained there is great. However, it has been 2 seasons that I have written begging for you for one seasoned plague shield. Of all the numbers sent east each day, you do not have 2 worthy fighters for Ironfast? With all respect and sworn to war, Castellan Oda Selfred. Or Calfred, how do you say his name? Letter to Delfric too. Ancient Delfric. I have received your letter. I will wait. Send the pledge shield when you are able, but do not forget the threats that slumber in Detrier. War sworn honor must be upheld here as well. Alright. To Brother Fallen 2. Do I have one? I don't think I read one the other day, so we're gonna have to find one. My dear Brother Fallen, I would never deny you the right to truth, but the fact remains, I am not trusted as you are. Even though we are, and what we do is not so very different. Speaking of our work, there is troubling news from town. Boggarts are out in numbers, which of course means blood plague. If Astrid does not send for you in several days, you might make the trip yourself. The town will need the medicine. Every day there are more of them right at our doors. Yours, Luminista. Visit the craft hall. The famed craft hall of the artisans of Dyden Hill. Where in all Dyden Tarf can such a oh my gosh, panoply panoply of fine crafted goods be found beneath one roof. Fine metalwork of Inga Reisberg, the exquisite potions of Olander Sinclair, quilts and head wraps of the most stunning needlework. Our goods are known and sold from Oldarf to Emir or Imari. I'm butchering this today. Jesus. War sworn ranks. Okay. I can read that one. And that one we've read yesterday. Well, not yesterday, the other day. I don't know if I need to keep that or get rid of it, so we're gonna hold on to it. Okay, now that story time, well, lore time is over. Let me go use the restroom, and we're gonna go back to gameplay Andy. So, be right back.
Never surrender.
Greetings.
What do you need? So long.
Tell Gisela if you see her husband.
Come in. What do you need today? Goodbye.
Have a seat.
Back, you imbecile! These robes are woven of Canerot gossamer. You won't touch them. Get away from me, you damned nuisance. I'm Alfwig Grilrakas. I don't need to put up with the likes of you.
can I help you?
I hope they have fared well up north in the mission.
You're welcome.